Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for Android App Arena is provided by CacheFly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is Android App Arena, episode 75 for Wednesday, December 9th, 2015. Shopping. This episode of Android App Arena is brought to you by Braintree. Even the best mobile app won't work without the right payments API. That's where the Braintree V.0 SDK comes in. One amazingly simple integration gives you every way to pay. Try out the sandbox and see for yourself at braintreepayments.com/arena. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Android App Arena. I'm your host, Jason Howell. Is it really the most wonderful time of the year? It could certainly be the most expensive time of the year if you aren't careful. A while back on this show, I featured a community-driven app called Slick Deals for monitoring steep discounts all over the web. And needless to say, I've spent more money using Slick Deals in the guise of saving money I likely wouldn't have spent had I not been using Slick Deals in the first place. But on the other hand, my Christmas shopping is pretty much done as a result, so there's that. Ultimately, the internet is a great place, if not a bit dangerous, when it comes to finding good deals and spending your money to buy them. So with a few weeks until Christmas, I thought I'd feature a few more apps that will help you shop more frugally this holiday season. Ho, 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 it's this week's roundup. With the holidays creeping up on us a little too fast, it's easy for our lists to grow just as quickly. Who we want to shop for, what we want to buy for them, what we'll need for our epic holiday dinner party. I found that apps devoted to shopping lists miss something critical. They're usually too bogged down to commit to. It's simply easier to jot out a list by hand than it is to hunt and peck, picking items from endless lists that are hard to read. Bring attempts to simplify the creation of shopping lists on your mobile device. In the side slide-out tray, you have direct access to whatever lists you happen to be managing. You can create a new list and select from the pre-made list types like workplace, grocery store, party, of course, Christmas party, holiday home, and simply home. Or you can select any one of these and rename it to whatever you like. Now let's create a Christmas party list here. Who do I want to share this with? First of all, sharing the list allows me to send collaborators push notifications regarding that list, like telling them I'm going shopping so that they can make any last-minute changes to the list, or shopping done so that we can all call off the mall hounds. But first, you'll want to actually put some items into that list. This is where Bring shines. Recently used items will surface up to the top if you want to avoid digging around to find your common items, or you can just browse through by categories. And within those, as you can see, nice big images for quick scanning and recognition. Find an item you want, tap it, and it now appears at the top, easy to see. If you need to change the quantity of that item, you just tap and hold on it, and then include the number of items you need or a small note. And if you don't want to browse, you can use the search bar and watch, of course, as suggested items narrow down in the search results with every letter that you punch in. Tap to add it, and continue on. Now, when you're shopping, you just pull up the list, and once you place that item in your actual shopping cart in real life, you simply tap the image of the item on the screen, and it shuffles down to the bottom, out of the list, and into the recently used list. It's visual and super handy. Bring can be found in the Play Store for free. 'Tis the season for a never-ending barrage of newspaper ads and circulars listing sale item after sale item at all of your local big box retailers. It's either incredibly useful information for the penny pincher or it's junk mail for the disinterested. Save yourself all of that black ink that happens to rub off onto your fingers and install the app called Retale. When you launch for the first time, you're actually asked which retailers to follow. We're talking the big guys here: Toys R Us, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and the list goes on and on. Tap to add a few of those to your favorites, and then move on in. And now you'll see a large list of circulars, and only ones that are pertinent to your regional area. You can see a little nav button at the bottom of each of these with the amount of miles that it's going to take you to travel there. Tapping that will give you all of the information that you'll need to visit the store and spend your hard-earned money. Each of these circulars is tappable, of course, and once loaded, you can swipe through it as well. Find an item you want to buy, you just tap and hold on the picture, and a big red circle will drop into its place, placing a bookmark on that item that you can name for recall later in Retale's shopping list section. Some of the circulars contain coupons, of course, and you can clip those easily by tapping the scissor button next to those in the circular. Those are then stored away in Retale's coupon section for later use. Some circulars have embedded video ads associated with them on the item with a little play button. The whole experience is very interactive, especially when compared to its ink on paper counterpart. Every circular has a validity date, so you know when the deals shown are about to expire. And you can also narrow down the list with this filter button to pull up just the category that matters most to you. Retale, and this is spelled differently, spelled R-E-T-A-L-E, is in the Play Store for free. Let's say theoretically that Bring, the shopping list app I first showed off today, and Retale, the newspaper circular app I demoed before this one, got together and made a baby. Their spawn would be called Flipp, a free app that uses your location to surface ads and circulars that are close by. It does a great job narrowing my results anyways to only those that are very near where I happen to be. The All Flyers view shows me everything in one long scroll, and each flyer can be tapped into and scrolled through in the hunt for eternal shopping bliss. Now down at the bottom, you see a little $ slider. This is a sales percentage filter, meaning I can narrow my view to only the items that save me 40% off the normal price, for example. Tapping the arrows next to that slider take me to each of those detected deals one by one. I can tap on an item that I see that I want to buy, and that'll clip it. And further, I can tap and hold that clipping to find more information about that particular item, from specs to the SKU number. The coupon section pre-scans for coupons from all of these circulars, which can save you significant time if you do this manually. Just pull it up, scan through what's been presented, and tap the ones you want to see inside the context of the circular. There you can tap to clip the coupon, or you can print it out directly. And finally, the shopping list section is where you can enter in items on the fly, like food from the grocery store, to keep you on task the next time you're there. But tapping an item here, in this example, I'm showing off bread, then shows any deals on bread that Flipp has found within the circulars in its database, potentially saving you even more bread or money. You know what I mean, down the line. Flipp can be found for free in the Play Store. Okay, I'm sorry I made you spend your money on things, but admit it, you bought a little something for yourself too, right? And if not, you're doing it wrong. And by the way, apparently I can't get my symbols right. I called it a $. It was a percentage sign in that last app. My bad. All right, before we move on, let's thank the sponsor of today's episode. And that is Braintree. And it's all for developers out there. Developers around the world have embraced the Braintree V.0 SDK as the easiest way to add secure mobile payments to their apps and websites. No matter what payment type, Braintree accepts it. Apple Pay, Android Pay, PayPal, Venmo, credit cards, even Bitcoin. And if something new pops up, Braintree will support that too. It's the same payment solution used by Uber, Airbnb, GitHub, so you know it's going to scale. It's simple, it's secure payments with code that you can integrate in minutes. It's all for you developers. You don't have to worry about taking days to integrate your payments. With Braintree, it's literally done in minutes. And if you don't have minutes, you don't have that kind of time, they'll help you. Just give them a call, and they'll handle the integration for you and walk you through it. Braintree code supports Android, iOS, and JavaScript clients with SDKs in 7 languages. That's .NET, Node.js, Java, Perl, PHP, Python, and Ruby. And its elegant code clearly documented, just 10 lines of in-app code to get started. Braintree gives you an easy way to accept multiple payment types with one integration, and integrating it into your app is as easy as inserting a few lines of code. So you can try it out in the sandbox on the site to see for yourself just how easy it is and how awesome it is to use Braintree. Go to braintreepayments.com/arena and check it out for yourself. And we thank Braintree for their continued support of this show and the Twit Network. All right, up next, a new app by the Goog that takes your life and sprinkles it with a little three-dimensional magic. Let's take a look. With more and more people ending up with Google Cardboard viewers, thanks to its low cost and things like the New York Times experimenting with the platform, shipping viewers to its millions of subscribers, Google is now taking its virtual reality platform to a new level, empowering users to create their own three-dimensional panoramas to be viewed inside Cardboard. What do you need to record this kind of 3D experience? Well, nothing more than the phone you already have and a new app called Google Cardboard Camera. I'll admit, when I first installed this, I expected it to be another take on its photosphere camera that can be found inside Google's stock camera app, but this is different. You just tap the floating action button to start recording a Cardboard-compatible panorama. You hold the phone vertically and then decide if you want to record audio along with the capture process. In faraway places, this might be an excellent way to capture not only the view, but the sounds of the scenery. Hit the shutter button and that'll kick it off, and now slowly rotate the phone around you for a complete 360-degree rotation. The app will warn you if you're moving too fast, which I did a lot. And remember, audio is recording. Don't say anything you don't want people to hear. You can turn off that feature if you wish, but it really does help set the scene in the Cardboard player later. Now, once the shot is done, everything takes a little bit of time to process, and you'll eventually get an image that you can load up inside this app, drop your device into a Cardboard viewer, and experience as if you were there once again. And the 3D view is incredibly effective. It was almost magical the first time I did this. I didn't expect much, but what do you know? Everything is indeed in 3D, making this even more immersive and fun. The one big bummer is that it's limited to a panorama of the sides. The top and bottom are not captured, leaving holes in the final image. But the 3D rendering is effective, enough so to give this a shot. Try out Google Cardboard Camera in the Play Store now. Those gaps on the top and the bottom of the image, I feel like, man, I just wish they could figure that out. It's unfortunate that they're there, but this is a free app. It does what many people pay a lot of money to do inside dedicated hardware. You're doing it with your phone. I'd say it's a great start. If Google can fuse the completeness of a photosphere, somehow capture that and merge it with the three-dimensional computation of the Cardboard camera, they've got a huge winner on their hands here. And I can't wait to go somewhere amazing and record it in 3D. Send me your favorite apps and categories to arena@twit.tv, and I'll put them in here in the show and cover them for everyone else. You can also post those suggestions to our subreddit. That's androidapparena.reddit.com, and you're sharing them with me and the rest of the world when you do that. The show records live every Wednesday around 4:30 p.m. Pacific, following Tech News Tonight at twit.tv/live. And if you can't make the live taping, the show always appears later in the evening in the feeds and on the show page at twit.tv/arena. All right, that's it, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jason Howell, and I'll see you next week in the arena.